Hello everybody, this is Argie. I'm coming to you now at immense personal risk. I've talked to all my anonymous sources and they've assured me that this is the truth. This is what really happened on Saturday. This is what the media is not going to tell you. Because the media is pro-Trump, it's pro-conservative, it's pro-Russia. And I'm just tired of it. They keep letting this man get away with stuff, but not here. Here, we're going to tell you the truth. My anonymous sources all told me that they were telling the truth, and that's good enough for me. So the media is spinning this narrative that someone took a shot at President Trump, that they tried to kill him. And you and I both know that that's not the truth. And I'm going to explain to you what actually happened. So, as you guys know, Russia is losing the war with Ukraine. Volgograd is on the verge of falling. And Putin wants to distract from the fall of Volgograd. So he decides what he's going to do is he's going to help his KGB sleeper agent, Donald Trump, to win the election by having a fake assassination attempt. So what he did is he got all the Russian bots together and brute forced his way into controlling all of the cameras at the rally. From all the different news sites, all the different cell phone cameras were all altered at the same time to give the appearance of there being a shooter, to give an appearance of Trump being shot. And I'm sure, I've talked to multiple anonymous sources who said to me that they were there and they saw this whole thing, that was the case. So that's what happened. The whole thing was rigged. Now, what happened was there is a Russian drone that was being piloted by some Russian infiltrators, maybe Tucker Carlson. We aren't entirely sure yet, but the idea was they had this drone with a rifle on it, and the drone was going to fire a shot near Trump in order to make it look like there was an assassination attempt on him. That's what happened. So the drone fired the shot, and because it was crappy Russian technology, it was supposed to go wide by a couple feet, but it almost hit Trump. So it almost hit Trump. It cut his ear open, and he keeps getting away with it. Now people are asking, well, what about that thing where he fell to the ground? Well, the reality of the situation is, on the way in, there was an illegal immigrant child who was just sitting there. It's like, could I have some food? And Trump was like, no, I hate children. I hate Mexicans. You're subhuman. You're not going to be part of my great America. And then Trump savagely kicked the little illegal immigrant kid, and he got blood on his shoes. So while he was at the podium, he looked down and he noticed there was some blood left on his shoes. Now, Donald Trump, as we know, is a neat freak, so he had to bend down to get that off. And when he was trying to get that off, his hand slipped, and then some of the illegal immigrant child's blood flew up and got on his cheek, and that helped with the illusion that his ear got taken. Now, as for the guy in question, he was a plant. He was an incel who posted on the Emu Ranch. He was an intern for Elon Musk. Lots of stuff like that. Lots of stuff. It's a massive background that my anonymous sources are going to send me his complete web history later on. One of them had met him when he was younger, and they had guided him on his path. Unfortunately, the path that they guided on him was towards extremism, was towards hatred. The person in question helped him get a gun, helped him pick out the location from which to shoot, but it's rough. So the kid was there, he had this gun, but the gun didn't actually have bullets in it, it had blanks. And the sound that you heard was the blanks going off. And also the Russian bots had downloaded the ringtone for Popcorn and installed it on Donald Trump's phone. So the second that the gun went off, it triggered a laser that caused his phone to ring with the popcorn sound effect. Because one of them was a former Navy SEAL marksman trainer, and they said, Argent, that is the sound that it makes. That's not because the gun was far away. It's not because they were outside. That was because it was a popcorn ringtone. As for him getting up and yelling, that was him yelling at the Russian drone. At the Russian drone that had missed shot and taken off part of his ear. He was yelling that at Putin. He's like, Putin, what was going to happen, man? I thought you had my back. I thought that this was going to be a fake assassination attempt and you weren't actually going to try to kill me. But you can't trust Putin and you can't test Russian technology, because this drone was using chips that were taken out of a washing machine, like most Russian technology is. So it didn't work particularly well. So that is the story. I think it's inarguable, because once again, I said to my anonymous source, did it actually happen like that? And they said yes. And I hold myself to the highest standards of journalistic integrity, and that means trusting my sources and never revealing who they are. So that's what actually happened, guys. It's rough, but we have to stop him. We have to defend democracy.